this is something that was said to me one day. They were like, what would you do for one day if there was no male on the planet?
Yeah.
That's a really hard question.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, this hit hard when I heard this. Somebody said that they would just go take a walk at midnight. And I was like,
That's so sad.
I love looking at the
isn't
stars.
that crazy though? Like,
Yeah.
Like I literally, the only reason why I wouldn't is because guys are creepy. Guys are weird.
Let's hear it. What is this?
It's boosted, bitch.
What's up, guys? It's Mer.
She's all cat. She's all cat.
All right, we are back, and we have our special guest. We have Ruby / I'm still confused on what to call you. What do you like to be called, and why do you have two little names?
Well, it was to conceal a secret identity.
Well, I just unsealed the secret identity.
Yeah, so that was the purpose of it. I started going by Ruby when I first started social media in 2012, and it just kind of stuck with me over the years. So I ended up getting into hairstyling, and I wanted to keep the two apart, mostly because I did a lot of men's cuts. So I was like, all right, in order for these guys on the internet to not find me, let me just do hair by and then TheRubyNicole online. Nice. So it's kind of like separating the two brands as well as an alias.
That's very smart. A lot of people don't think of that stuff, because I feel like me, I just got lucky. Everybody knew me as that boosted chick, so I guess that is my alter ego. I just never thought of it. But I like it. Did Ruby come from anything? You had a favorite person that was named Ruby or anything?
No, it's honestly so I hope like people don't come at me for the astrology girl thing. But it was like, I really like rubies and I love emeralds and I just think they're such pretty gems. So I was just like, Ruby, that's it. That's going to be me. So yeah, pretty easy.
Last night we were in the pool picking mermaid names and we all did like pearls
I wanted to
and
play
gems.
mermaid so bad.
You should have. We told you to get in the pool. But yeah, this weekend has been wild, so it's nice getting to know each other.
Yeah, this weekend we had the craziest content trip, and it was actually sponsored by OnlyFans. Yes. We're all wearing super cute merch. They even have this OnlyFans.
I'm now using it when I do lashes. I used it on Zena's lashes the other day.
It is perfect.
And it charges your phone.
Dude, they're number one, guys, and they're really cheap. The merch is very affordable, really nice. They have scrunchies. We got little T-shirts. We got hoodies,
bucket hats.
We got it
Bikinis?
all.
Yes.
Oh my God, we have everything.
We got everything.
So we have the hottest content all weekend long, and it was because of OnlyFans, just so you know.
Yeah, and any OnlyFans girls, too, is great promo. Like, we put it on our Instagram, our TikTok, and you don't have to worry about it really getting shadow banned or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they do sell out fast, I'm hearing.
Oh,
so.
yeah. No, everyone was like, oh, my
good
God.
stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And also, we also got the love of Jeeter. So most of the girls were smoking. We all smoke. Like, I feel like anxiety is like number one around the U.S. right now. And I have to smoke for that. And this one is amazing. This one is a grapefruit Romelon. And this one is hybrid. So I go for a hybrid. Mm-hmm. What do you girls prefer?
I prefer indica dominant hybrid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anxiety.
Yeah. Indica definitely puts me to sleep for sure. So I feel like it depends what part of the day I'm at. Like if I'm going to bed, I want indica. If I'm trying to be up and do stuff, hybrid. Yeah. Sativa gives me more anxiety sometimes, I think. It like wakes me up too much.
It's very social. It's really social.
Yeah. I love me a sativa, but if I'm going to bed, indica for sure.
Yeah.
But thank you again, Jeeter, because I'm telling you, all of the girls loved it. They're all like wishing they could have it. So when we go to California, we'll be stopping by.
Yes.
So Ruby, I wanted to ask, what was the funnest part of the trip? What was your favorite content that you did? There was everything. There was bounce houses. There was ice bath challenges. We did flip cup pool content. Like, what was your favorite?
Okay, I will say I really enjoyed the ice baths.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to aim to be in there longer next time, but that was so much fun. I wish we would have done more of that. So I know we'll get to that going on. And then I really had a good time with our content.
Me too.
Yeah, I had a
even
good
with my broken foot.
I felt so bad because I'm having you chase me.
You guys, that looks fire. You guys need to subscribe to see that.
Fuck my foot pain, and I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. It was intense.
You're
we did
a
little squirt gun competition, I guess we did. And I was running around with my broken foot. It would happen like 30 minutes before that. I said, I am not ruining my money right now. But that was fire.
It came out so good.
Yeah.
It came out so good.
Good. Did you ever do an ice bath before?
So I've done like a cold plunge. Okay. It didn't have ice in it. It was just like the temperature was already set to like the bathtub in it. But other than that, maybe like a cold shower. I can't say I've ever done an ice bath before.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my first time doing the ice bath too. I loved it.
You were good.
I really tried to like I really wanted to focus. I wanted to do it for the benefits. Like, I mean, obviously I wanted to do it for the content and everything too, and it's fun, but I really liked it. I want to do it more.
You killed it, Mir.
Thanks.
I know.
Killed it.
Thank
I
you.
was thoroughly impressed.
Thanks. I like went into it thinking like, okay, I want to try to sit in as long as I can, and I wanted to throw up. I was hungover. Oh wait, no.
What?
No, I was just drunk.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, I was a little tipsy all weekend long, that's for sure. The ice bath woke me up. And of course, the second day, there was no ice bath for my ankle, which would have been great.
Yeah.
But the second day was a little interesting. I feel like a lot of girls they did like 100 looks in like one day. Like there's hustlers, and that's one of you. I swear to God, every corner I would look, Ruby's in the corner making content.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, I think that you probably did, like, the most.
Really?
I swear.
I wanted to get so much. And it's just, like, we're here for such a short amount of time, and there's so much to do. I wanted to make the most of it.
Yeah.
I had such a good time.
You even had a schedule. Like, I was like, I want to be you.
I sure did.
That was amazing. That motivated me. I was like, damn, I'm slacking.
So how long have you been on OnlyFans?
I started in September 2020, but I don't think I didn't really start till January 2020, I feel like. So I had my account starting September, kind of figured things out a little bit, made different social platforms, started creating content, and then I started like working with other creators that next new year.
Nice. So what made you get on the platform? What were you doing before, and what made you switch to OnlyFans?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's like where my life changed dramatically. I was a hairdresser before that. I had just graduated in September 2019, so a year before that, and then COVID hit in March. So I immediately went from working in a salon and a gym to being independent, more so I can control like the traffic that comes through there, make my own like sanitary rules. It was just a crazy time back then. I'd also been in a 8-year relationship, the only relationship I've ever been in. And he took really good care of me. He was very well off. We had a good life. But as soon as I separated from him, or we separated, I didn't have access to that anymore, and we were in that funky time period. So I was making it work. I was doing well. So that kind of like let me know, like if I could do this during COVID, I could do it whenever.
Oh, yeah.
But then I started doing more so hair and makeup for other creators, and they're just like, why don't you get into the space? And I'm like, like I'm too good for that, which is crazy. Like I'm so glad like I was able to change my perspective and like walk in someone else's shoes. And now I'm best thing I ever did. But what really started is also whenever I separated with my ex and I didn't have that, I had also lost 75% of my savings. And
wow.
Yeah, I got like into this horrible apartment deal, Roscoe Property. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Fuck you, Roscoe Properties. Fuck you. Like the worst.
Why?
We got, God. Well,
Okay.
I don't want to get into that here, okay?
She's like, we might have to spark
All
up
right,
that
we're going to have to
journey.
do this off camera. But no, I ended up losing 75% of my savings. And I was just like, fuck, like I don't have an ex I can call. Like my family doesn't have a lot of money. I need to figure this out. So I went to go do hair and makeup for, I don't know why I just paused. I went to go do hair and makeup for Mia Malkova in Las Vegas. And then I got to like see more so like behind the sets of what they do for OF and like their private little thing. And again, they asked me, they're like, well, why don't you like consider it, some of the girls? And I was just like, okay. So I went back to Austin, started thinking about it, doing some research. And I was just like, well, fuck, like if I'm going to promote this, it's probably going to be on my Insta because that's the only platform I had at the time. There's maybe like 14K on there. But if I knew if I did that, people from my hometown would see that and it would get back to my family. So I was like, all right, I need to talk with my ex about this, and I need to talk with my family. My ex was a little like, he wasn't very happy about it. You know, he was like, delete all my friends, delete all my family. Like, I don't want anyone to see, like, what you're doing, you know. But my family was like, you know, we love you, Michelle. We're so proud of you. We get it. You do what you need to do. Like, you're a grown woman. And I was just like, wait, you mean I don't have to tell you, like, how this could change my life? And, like, no, none of that.
I'm confused, though. Why did you have the feel the need to tell your ex about it? I would have said, I'm doing it. Fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did you have to tell your ex?
I felt like the whole 8 years, now, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy and he did so much for me, and we're all, like, imperfect, flawed humans. One of them, he was a bit controlling, you know. God, it's crazy. I wasn't allowed to have, like, any guy friends. I couldn't stay the night with my girlfriends. I didn't go out. I was very sheltered.
Wow.
Very sheltered. Like, the house and him and, like, our dogs were my whole world.
When you first started dating, was he already like that?
Well, he was also 15 years older than me, so I think that, and I was 18, so 18 and he was 32. I naturally love, you know, being like a caretaker, but I think that was also, you know, he was just trying to mold me into like his perfect housewife. And it worked aligned with my personality, but I still had stuff I needed to do as a young woman to kind of live life, explore, and see a few things. Don't get me wrong, we did a lot. But I think having those experiences with other people who are also having those experiences at that age too, I missed out on a lot of that, a lot of hardships, a lot of different crazy things. I don't know. I feel like that was a very weird card to be dealt.
Do you have any regrets, or do you feel like you're glad it happened because you learned a lot, you grew from it?
Yeah. I learned so much from him. One of the smartest guys I've ever met. And, you know, I kind of came from a broken family too, so I was able to have his mother and his dad and have like that experience of unconditional love from parents, and they never had a daughter, so I got to give them that experience. I had a really good family, really good friends, learned a lot, you know, had everything, lost it, found it again, you know, like, so no, I can't say I regret it. I've learned a lot.
I have a question of how you even met this guy. So you were 18 and he was like, what? How did this happen?
Okay, so, all right, let's rewind it. I moved out at 16 from my mom's house.
Wow.
Got a job at Taco Bell, of all freaking
We
places.
love Taco Bell.
Yeah, okay, so I got my first job at Taco Bell, moved out. I paid like $100 in rent. Like, I was doing the damn thing. And I went to go work at this head shop after, because I love smoking. So I went to go work at this head shop, thought it was so cool. And one of my other friends, there was this strip club down the street, and she's just like, hey, like, you know, I'm working at this strip club. I'm getting tipped really well, like, and I'm underage and I'm able to drink. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, you know? So the head shop, what would you call it? The owner, like my manager, he was kind of a creepy guy, and his wife definitely didn't like me, so it got a bit awkward, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. Like, I'm going to go work at this place and drink and make all these tips. So I did that, and they're like, yeah, sure, like, you can come cocktail waitress here, whatever. And I knew that he would bring in, like, people who would fly in for business. He would take them there, show them a good time, schmooze them. And I knew whenever they came in, they would pay their waitresses a lot. So I always tried to wait on him. And we grew that relationship. And then I got comfortable. We after partied. And then eventually we hooked up. And then we were together for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you like inseparable? Like right away, or did you grow it with time?
You know what's wild? I knew that I loved him within the first 2 weeks of meeting him. I just like... It was crazy, and I didn't like him at first. I didn't like him at first.
I feel like that's how the best like relationships and stuff start, especially like I'm a person, I take a long time to get to or allow myself to get to know somebody or like open up to someone. So I'm very like hesitant at first to people, and then that's how the best relationships grow, I feel, because you get like butterflies. And
yeah, I was definitely like, wow, like this. He is a cool guy, cool music taste, great artist, incredibly intelligent. Like, so I was like, fuck yeah. Like, the age, the third, looking back, it's a little bit weird, you know? But at the time, I was just like, wow, like, how amazing. I found this great guy to take good care of me, treats me well, and we have a lot in common. Like, my life couldn't be any better. Had the 2 cutest dogs, like, the most beautiful house. I just never had any of that before because I didn't really have family that, you know, would, like, take me out and do these things, and we didn't have the money to go out and do these things. So it was just, like, I felt like a Cinderella story at the time.
When you first told your family, what would you have done if they didn't support it?
What was I, you know, ready? Like, I didn't want to have to tell them why I was doing it and stress them out and make them feel like they needed to give me what little they had. So then I was going to get a little bit more real and vulnerable with them and be like, hey, well, like, I actually just got fucked on this apartment deal. I have, like, maybe 2 or 3 grand in the bank at most. And I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So I planned on telling them that and just be like, think, like, this could bring in so much more money for me. This could solve all my problems, maybe even, like, help you guys out a little bit. You know, I was just like, how can I make them feel there's a little, like, juice in there for them? But it never had to get to that point.
Wow. Growing up, were they very, like, open-minded people, or were they, like, set in their ways? How was it growing up with your family?
You know, I will say I have such an amazing family.
Nice.
They were always so open-minded. They knew that I was, like, a little crazy, kooky artist girl, you know? Like, I was the wild child. I was also the first.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the oldest.
I feel like the oldest were always more wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they didn't let me do anything. But, like, I'm from a really small conservative country town, so I was worried, like, that there was that part where they would be like, yeah, no, we're judging you, which I'm sure there's definitely people in the town, but honestly, like, I really don't mind. I think that's one beautiful thing that has come from working in social media and being a creator is that you just kind of learn that to not give a fuck and build tougher skin. And, like, it's so cliche, but, like, the opinions do not pay my bills.
Mm-hmm. I feel like even though I'm, like, so new to the space and everything, I feel like it's building my confidence in, like, who I am and people's opinion. I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it and I'm okay with myself, so I don't care what you have to say about it. Like, I respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
But it just, when you accept yourself, it's like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, you definitely glow different when it comes within. And not even that. One of the best things that someone ever told me was, like, if you wouldn't take that person's advice, do not take their criticism. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah,
I
love
that.
That
shit phased me.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this clown, this freaking whoever troll on TikTok is, like, saying the same insults that every other fucking TikTok troll says. Like, am I really going to let him bother me?
And little do they know they're helping your engagement. So keep them coming.
And I love that. Please comment on my stuff.
Yeah,
I will have a conversation with you. Like.
Yes.
I fight back sometimes, and then I find myself when I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I fighting back?
Sometimes I feel a little cringy after, but I'm like, engagement.
Yeah.
Right? Literally.
What is your biggest platform? Is TikTok your biggest, or is it Instagram?
See, I just made a new TikTok, I guess April 1st, so that and my Instagram are level right now.
Okay, nice.
I think TikTok might currently be my biggest one, though. Instagram's been weird.
I know.
Yeah.
Instagram has been so weird.
They, like, keep doing new algorithms. They're trying to beat TikTok right now. It's real weird. It's really hard in Instagram.
I've been yo-yoing, and I'm like, if I'm getting so many people following me a day, why haven't I grown? Why have I been stuck at 60K for, like, or 70K for, like, a year?
Yeah. It's crazy. When did you start your Instagram social media life?
Probably in, I'd say maybe end of 2020, early 2021.
See, a lot of people.
That long ago.
I know.
Yeah.
That I feel like it's harder. You got in at a hard time to grow, because back in the day, people would just post you because they liked you.
Oh my God.
And now it's like, you paying me? Or, like, girls don't want to help out and share for share or, like, anything. It's so hard.
It kind of hurts my feelings. Because I'm just like, yeah, I'll help. But there's not that same energy around.
Yeah.
I learned that real quick.
Yeah. We were just saying, even in the last podcast, that the group of girls we had on this trip, everybody's very,
Such a
like,
good group.
Yeah. Yeah. a lot of the times too, it's like getting to know so many new people at one time. It's intimidating and scary, and you pick up on people's energies and everything. But I didn't think there was like a single bad energy or anything. It was a really good group. But then it helps with content. Like, it's good to be more comfortable with everybody.
Yeah. We all know like OnlyFans might not be here forever. Obviously, we love it now. Yeah. But do you have any plans other than doing OnlyFans? I know you used to do hair. You're going to get back into it?
Yeah, I do. And I'm super excited about it. Taking it one day at a time, but definitely, how do you say, milking OF for as much as I can right now.
What's your favorite thing in the hair industry? What do you specialize in?
Lightning services.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I do. I love blonding. Some of my favorite services, but even more than that, I love fashion color.
Me too.
Dimension.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. So a lot more color services, but I also do a lot of men's grooming. Which is, it's so crazy because even when I was in school, I didn't know how to use a pair of clippers yet. And I was like, I'm going to be good at this. I'm going to be good at clipper cuts. I'm going to get these wives and I'm going to get these guys. I'm going to get their wives, their daughters, their mothers. And then sure enough, I was good at it. But I always worry that sometimes people might find me from like my OF or like my social media and try to use that as an excuse to come meet me because I have a private booth and it's just me and that other person. So you have to be careful, and I'm a small girl, so I'm just like...
That's definitely one of my fears with, like, the beauty industry and having, like, with the lashes and everything, it's primarily female-based, so I'm like, damn, it's a public place. I have a whole bunch of young employees, and it's scary, but, I mean, it's always good to be a step ahead, like, have security cameras, and just be aware.
Yeah. You know what's weird? This is something that was said to me one day. They were like, what would you do for one day if there was no male on the planet?
What would I do if there was no male on the planet?
Just for 24 hours.
Man.
That's a really hard question.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, this hit hard when I heard this. Somebody said that they would just go take a walk at midnight. And I was like,
that's so sad.
I love looking at the stars.
Isn't that crazy though? Like,
yeah.
Like I literally, the only reason why I wouldn't is because guys are creepy. Guys are weird. If it was just female, like, I feel like, what? Isn't that a crazy question?
Yeah, that is. And that answer just blew my mind even more.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear how Grimes wanted to do like a lesbian space commune?
What?
Yeah. I want to go.
Wait, what?
Do y'all know who Grimes is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I love her. I just saw her play the night before I flew in, which is funny. But yeah, she was joking about starting a lesbian space commune.
Holy shit.
So it's just like, how do I sign up?
So no male allowed whatsoever. Nope. Wow.
Well, I guess those who identify as like she's and hers, and I'm not sure about they, but I can imagine it's very more so catered to, those who identify as like female or in that realm. I'm not sure how the respectful way to say that.
Oh, for here, you don't need to worry about that with me.
Well, I'm like self-reliant.
I don't believe in that shit. But.
Okay.
So earlier you said you were a dreamer. What is like your wildest dream? Or what's one thing you wish you'll be able to do in your lifetime?
One thing I want to be able to do, man, y'all are asking me some deep questions. I'm like, can we light that?
I am going to light it.
Oh, man. Okay. One thing. What was your question again?
Your like wildest dream.
My wildest dream. Oh, man.
Or maybe not necessarily wild, but one thing that'll fulfill you that you want to do in your lifetime.
I would love to... This is probably wouldn't be my answer, but off the top of my head, I would love to visit all the pyramids.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would love to see as many like physical, like historical, like statues, monuments, people, places, things, as I can, because it's all fucking getting destroyed.
Yeah. I feel like they're trying to hide shit. Like they were there for a reason.
Would you hear about the Georgia, the monument stones or something like that? Yeah.
Like why?
Why? And like for those who don't know what it is, it's basically instructions on how to reset the world if civilization were to collapse.
Yes.
And they have in every language. They destroyed that shit. Well, not all of them, but some of the different languages. And I'm like,
where are they
why?
saying that came from? Like, who put it all there?
They don't know who got these rocks there.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Where do you think it came from?
Probably earlier civilizations that have been through this a time or two. Come on,
History
you know.
repeats itself, yeah.
But they said there was like an earthquake or a lightning hit it or something.
Yeah,
I was
right.
Like, no. And why
That
would you
thing's
destroy
been
the
there.
whole thing? It should go into a museum or something. But they just like destroyed the whole thing because they're hiding something. Something is going on.
They're up to something.
They always are.
Well, like it's crazy because I'm on that side of TikTok too, and it was talking about like how I'm not even stoned yet.
I know.
What was I saying? Okay, you know what? Never mind what I said. It
That's
might
how
come
I am
back
with
to me.
yeah.
I get so
Like this.
excited. I'm like blacking out.
No, we do this all the time. We're like, wait, we're getting way into conspiracy now.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory, would you say?
Man, so this is probably not anything political, but like when I was like younger and first started smoking weed, I got really into the Beatles. I had like my little hippie phase. So within that, you know, they were talking about like Paul McCartney got killed by the CIA and he's a clone. And I was just so devastated because I was in love with John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And I was like, how dare they? And yeah, it's probably that one about Paul McCartney being a clone because I was just a baby Beatle loving stoner girl.
Aw.
Do you have any that you're like super against or that you just don't agree with at all? Like, do you believe in aliens and mermaids?
I love ancient aliens, mermaids. I mean, I'm open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I can't sit across anything. And if not, it's entertaining. I think my brain just kind of works like that. I think there's something wrong with me.
Also, our world is so fucked up right now. It's better to believe other cool things
Right.
exist.
I'm not going to limit myself. I'm not going to close myself off to that.
Yeah.
I'm like you
I
remember?
The weed helps.
Let's hear it. Thanks, Jeeter.
I know we
Okay.
coughing it up in here. Brothers.
All right. Let me get a drink.
You want to hit this or are you done?
Yeah.
So basically what it was saying is that, like, there was this document. I don't know how true this is, but, you know, don't fact check me. Don't come for me. I'm just saying what I saw on the TikTok. Is that basically the CIA or someone like that had these documents saying that they were legally able to change, like, the history and, like, rewrite it and present it to us. Yeah.
Like in history books and stuff and in schools?
I don't know. It was a TikTok I saw briefly. I bet I have it on my phone. But I was just like, you know.
I wouldn't
mean,
be surprised.
I've been saying this, and I can't get into it a lot because there's so many people that would come for me. But I feel like there's a lot of documents and books, I will say, and other things that are like books that I don't believe that are like original. Like what? Those people back in the day weren't fucking writing books, first off. Like what is going on? So I just am really confused on where like people draw the line of what they can believe in or not. I feel like some people just can't even think for themselves. They just believe in what's in a book, you know? So that's like the scary thing nowadays. People can't think for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with a lot of stories and just stuff in general, people will always like exaggerate the truth or like add something to it where somebody could have been writing down the facts a million years ago.
Yeah, let's not even check that. Like legit fact check.
Yeah.
Do you believe everything you see on the internet?
But
People
that's,
do.
They do, and you know what? That works to our advantage. True.
Right.
But like, you know, like on more serious topics, like it also like fucks a bunch of shit up.
Yeah.
And causes a lot of like, you know, like how do you say it? Not misunderstanding or miscommunication. Well, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
misunderstandings.
And then too, like they're teaching it in school and kids like are sponges. They absorb everything they hear. They believe it. So
I never understood why we had to take history whenever we were younger, but I can kind of see a little bit about what they were trying to do now.
Yeah, I hated history class, to be honest. But then I grew up and then realized, like,
Oh, shit.
it's important. And, and it does, honestly, I feel like it does repeat itself. So,
Yeah.
as I'm getting more into it and everything like that is definitely interesting. And it's like you guys said, it's good to keep up with it. It's good to be in the know. So, and be aware.
Yeah, I just think history is so cool. Like, even coming here and staying where I did, that's so cool to see a piece of history from this town. And not only that, like the details of the buildings here and just so beautiful. The houses, I love that shit.
Yeah, everyone thinks I live in some weird place in PA, but like it's fucking dope. She stayed at the Hotel Bethlehem, which is super OG, one of the oldest buildings. George Washington used to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
How cool.
Yeah, he used to stay there, and he would go to a place right down the road. It's called the Sun Inn, and eat there. And I believe it's like an old hotel as well. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna explore the city tonight, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're
I
gonna
feel
go
like
to
you have
dinner.
to.
I wish we would have, but I think with like the amount of people here tonight, it will work out really well and
Yeah.
really easy.
What are the like vibes you're feeling? Like, do you want something historic or?
I'm open. Yeah. I'm open.
I kind of want them. It's not my favorite place because they switch chefs or some shit. But Zest is our only rooftop bar.
Okay.
But it looks to the steel stacks and the casino, and it's actually where the Transformers was filmed.
Really?
And they're huge steel like stacks. We are known for the steel in Pennsylvania.
And they like light up. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think they're closed on Mondays. No.
Mondays suck.
I know.
That's the only thing that sucks in like a small town. They like close down like Mondays and Tuesdays because it's not worth it because people aren't going out. There's not enough OnlyFans girls in this town, that's for sure.
But also, you can just walk down the street and find something
Yeah.
too. It's small. It's a really small town, but you can definitely.
I wanted to walk. Was it the other evening? I think it was Saturday evening, but I was just like, I wasn't sure if it was like a safe idea. And this is like the only sweater I had, and I wasn't sure like what the vibe was in the city.
Yeah, downtown Bethlehem, you could, but.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll probably just stay in my room and like Uber Eats.
No, girl, go out. This is college town. You're going to see
Yeah.
like a bunch of people.
I was
Everyone's
a
going to be
scaredy
out.
cat. I was a scaredy cat. Next time, I needed to dip my toes first.
Yeah.
Well, tonight everybody will go, so
Yeah.
at least you get to explore a little bit.
It'll be a good time.
Do you travel a lot?
I did a lot last year. I actually took a big break from January to around. This is my first trip I've taken all year, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
To
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
I know, so random. Everyone's just like, where are you going? And I'm like, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Do they know of it, or are they like, what's that?
Yeah, nobody knew. I didn't know. So, but I'm glad I checked it out. Yeah, so this is the first time I've left probably since, I think Georgia was the last place I traveled to. Yeah, and then LA, and I'm going to check out San Diego, Ensenada, Mexico.
So you got plans.
Yeah, and I guess like now that like all these girls, they invited me to LA next week early, which I'll be there, so maybe I can just come in a day early.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, so I think that's a really fun part of this job, especially now that I'm picking back up. I started back again on April 1st.
I think that you're a hustler. I think you're going to do well. You collab a lot. You were getting to work. So I think you're going to really grow from this trip and from if you're going to LA next week. So they're all hustlers. You'll love them all.
Yeah, I'm excited. You'll
Yeah.
be there, right?
No.
Aw.
And thank God because I would have to cancel
what?
anyways.
You'd be
Everything
forever
has-
I forget. As you said,
I can't. I go into LA like this. Hey, brothers, ready to do content? I don't think so. But you're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna meet my friend Patty. She's like so fun.
I've heard a lot
Patty's
of great
really
things about her
sweet.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things.
So get ready to work because she's a worker for sure.
Well, I'm flying down there for another trip, the 9th through 12th, but Sarah told me about the trip up there. So I was like, I'm free the 8th. Maybe I can just fly in then, work that day, and then go see my friend the 9th and the 12th.
And the 8th, they're shooting with Mozart. Do you know who Mozart is?
So one of the other girls was talking about him up there, and I believe he shot with Allie.
Probably.
Yeah, I think that's where I know him from.
I would say he's the #1 photographer in the space right now
Really?
because the space, it changed so much. I think he has 2 million on Instagram. And that's very rare for a photographer.
Yeah.
And his work is prime. His engagement is still fucking great.
Girl, don't
So-
hit me.
I'm telling you, I'm always a hard believer on Mozart. I always
And I just
got your
got some
back.
You
Honey
talk about
Burdette.
him all the time.
Yeah. Like he will help you. You always get a shout out. Like he will post you.
Really?
Great edits, all the raws. Amazing photographer. You need to book him.
One of the girls told me that he blew this girl up overnight by like 150K.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Oh my
That's
God.
insane.
Some of his shit just blows up. Not too much nowadays like it used to, obviously.
That's so sad.
But yeah,
So
he's really
sad.
good.
And can I ask, what are you doing the 9th to the 12th?
Oh man. So I'll be there for work. I guess that's a conservative way to say.
Oh.
No, I actually made a new friend. I've been following them on social media for about 2 years now. And they invited me to come out there and hang out, see the city, and they are also a creator as well. So
Nice.
maybe we'll work together. We'll see.
Is this a guy or a girl?
She's kind of blushing a little bit. Wait, how long have you been interactive with each other on the gram, or how long have you guys like been talking?
Interactive. Interactive, we're calling it.
Yeah, I'm blushing. I think I'm just stoned.
Yeah.
Are you in love?
Is. No, I've never even met this person before.
I'm like
Well,
so
the last
intrigued.
one you
How
said you knew
embarrassing.
right away.
What if I see them and they hear this podcast and then we just don't talk anymore?
No, don't
or
do
what
that.
if
I'll
a
come
year
for
from
you.
now she comes back and they're like dating for the last year?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think they are just so beautiful. They are also in the hair space too,
Ooh.
which is super cool because that kind of is what inspired me to get back into hair. I'm like, okay, I quit doing the both because I was overwhelmed, but I see them doing it. Why can't I? And I was like, well, I'll be uncomfortable. Okay, I think that's just part of it, like get through it. So I was just like, fuck it. I guess I'm just going to jump back into it. So yeah, it inspired me. And also just like income wise, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And you have such loyal clients.
Wait, so why are you uncomfortable to get back into it?
I think that's just like, when you know you're about to take on a X amount of like work, it can be intimidating and you're like, what if I'm tired? What, yada, yada, yada. You create all these excuses. I didn't want to like mentally roadblock myself. So I was like, okay, if I keep telling myself that, I'm just not going to do it. So I just need to open my books up and let people come in. So I figured that was my best way to get through that.
That's awesome. You can even like do that while you're in the industry. You can do like services for people that are in the industry as you travel together
fun.
and stuff.
And in LA, right? So that's a good hub for influencers.
Oh man, well, one of my girlfriends, she worked with Suicide Girls. She has a big platform, and a lot of those girls follow her. So she said she's willing to do a trade with me because she has the type of hair that I love to do, and the people that follow her also love that kind of hair. So
maybe you'll do
that would
mine.
be a good way. Yeah, I do a lot of. I'll have to show y'all.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm always looking for like a super good blonde specialist. I swear to God, I've been saying that forever. Like,
There's not
Do
a
your
lot
performer
around
cool?
here.
I like my hair, but like all of the time, like, why is this so warm? Like, I want it all blonde.
That needs that's orange. So I think you need some blue shampoo down there.
I do.
Are
I
they
put it on.
extensions or is it
No.
your real hair?
Real.
Okay, maybe it's just a darker level than the top too.
Like,
So
Well,
yeah, it just needs to be canceled out. But also, I think that do you prefer to go for a more cool blonde?
no, I always say I want just be like platinum
wanna
blonde. I
be-
say that every single fucking time.
Okay.
You're fucking doing my hair.
Yeah, I think they need to do more violet than blue because that's what's making it look platinum. But what happens whenever you mix blue in like that color? It turns green. So it's just a color correction thing. But I'm also really
gonna do
fucking
it.
high right now.
Or you could go. I feel like what you could also do for her is like, I feel like because she has low lights, at the end of the day, that's warm tone. So then it's like it's creating contrast, but it's also gonna make your blonde feel warmer because there's cool and warm mixed. Yeah. So you would have to do like a whiteout or something.
Talking hair.
Okay, yeah.
It
You
was
should be
good
her
though.
first client.
I
back.
know.
I love
I would
doing
let
hair.
you do my
That would be
hair.
so
That would be
fun.
awesome.
We'll have to take a better look at it out in the light.
Yeah.
Do like a real consultation.
I would love it.
Sounds good.
Look at us. She's moving on up. Do you want your own hair salon, you think?
Yeah, that's part of the end goal. So I want to get in. The reason why I'm just trying to milk as much as I can is because I want to do real estate. And I'll probably do most of my own funding. So I would like to buy some properties, and once I get some of those, I eventually love to do like a booth rental salon, which I know we talked with a little bit with you. But I guess there's just a lot of rules and regulations that I'm going to have to abide by. And I think now, since I don't have the funding to do that, I'm just probably going to try and study on that. I am so stoned, you guys. I'm so stoned.
Right,
well, I'm pretty
Jeeter?
stoned too, though. So should we, like, maybe, I mean, I feel like we hit everything. I really wanted to talk to you, though, before we get off, because we are high. You have so many tattoos. I don't know if my pillow is blocking them. I have 0 tattoos. I have none.
Tell me I'm pretty. I'm just kidding.
They're done very well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wanted to know, we didn't have too many, like, tattoo people on here.
No,
I feel like.
there wasn't.
No.
There wasn't.
What is your favorite tattoo?
I just got my knee done before coming here, so it looks a little funny.
How painful was that? Or are you used to it by now?
I feel like I'm the worst person to ask. Like, I'm a freak of nature. I have the highest. I was fine. I was like this when he was working on my knee.
That's how I've been too. Like, I fall asleep for them.
Wow.
It's like therapy.
It is kind of therapeutic. It is kind of
That's
therapeutic.
what they say.
Yeah, I think, obviously, like, the first, 5 minutes hurt because your skin's being scraped with a needle.
Yeah.
But no, I think it really is, again, like, all mental, I feel like. But I take really good care of myself before that. Like, I hydrate, I have a good meal, I have good sleep, no alcohol, no caffeine.
Good.
Like,
How long do you usually sit for your tattoos?
I'd probably say if I take really good care of myself, and depending on where is at in my body, maybe 3 to 5 hours would be like my tap out time.
Yeah.
I don't want to exhaust myself,
The longest I sat was 4, and I wanted to cry, but we also got
Really?
kicked out because it was a convention.
Wow.
It was ending, but
Jeez.
Wow.
I don't know
can't-
if I could go longer than 4.
I can't even sit in lashes for over 2 hours. I want to fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah, but it's also different when you're getting a tattoo. It's
You can get to know the artists. I usually go back to the same people. Like, the same guy did majority of the same with my arm. And I like to pick mine on personality as well. That's one of the important things for me when looking for artists, especially because that can be such a weird space too. But you just sit there and you really get to know each other, have some really cool conversations.
I love my tattoo
Yeah.
artist. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah, some really interesting stories.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get one day.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do you have any?
No.
Oh, wow. So that's more rare nowadays.
I don't even have piercings. I don't even have my ears
Really?
pierced. 0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you get a tattoo?
I was supposed to once, and I chickened out in Vegas.
What were you going to get?
Well, it's kind of sad. Whoops. It's kind of sad. My mom, we were there for a family trip because she was supposed to get married there. Mm-hmm. But he actually, unfortunately, passed away a month before the trip. So we still went on the trip. Mm-hmm. And then she got a tattoo with his name on her foot, Charlie. Mm-hmm. So it was just very sentimental. So I was going to do it for my first one. But we went to the tattoo shop and I was getting ready to do it. And I don't know, I get really nauseous. I feel like you've seen me. I don't know why I get nauseous.
It's just anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of anxiety.
That's what the weed's for.
Yeah. So I think the anxiety kicked in and I just couldn't do it. But at first I didn't want any tattoos because I wanted to get in the FBI actually.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just didn't have any tattoos, any piercings because it's better, obviously.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's the main reason.
I had no idea.
Because you can't have any distinguished marks and stuff on you. It was my real
You were
big
ready.
dread. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
love that
super
shit.
cool. I had no idea.
Yeah. But who knows now? I'm just an OnlyFans bitch. No. I can have some tattoos on me.
Wait, why do you say it like that?
Because I can't go into the FBI anymore.
Well, yeah, you're opening a business.
What's it called? If you could get a tattoo, or if you did, where would it be, and of what?
Would I?
If you did get one.
Probably my foot so I could still hide it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they say that's the worst.
I can't tell you.
Yo,
I
you
don't have any on the top.
Yeah.
Do you?
No,
But I
gave-
do hear that. I do hear it's spicy.
Right? The like spine and your foot are like the worst, they
My
say. I don't
goodness.
know.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Spine isn't bad. That's the
No?
one. Yeah, I almost fell asleep for it because you're laying on your stomach, so you're just like.
Really? I heard the back is just like,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
As my first, I don't know if I would want that. My first was on like right here, so that hurt. But now if I get it done there, it doesn't hurt. Like you get used to it.
You have a lot too now that I'm looking.
yeah.
Yeah, my artist specializes in like flash, so there are a whole bunch of little ones, but I like bigger ones as well. We're gonna move over to bigger ones so I can fill the space up.
That'd be sick when it's all filled in. Are you
Yeah.
gonna do all, is it like black and gray?
I don't know. Yes, because I feel like it will
should.
match everything.
should.
But like I love color, but I feel like a lot of people don't specialize in color.
But think about it. Whenever you wear clothes, it will go better, especially if you want to wear color. It won't be too busy.
Yeah.
I have a special color palette like I wear. Like this room is a perfect example of it. The ruby, the emerald, the gold. You know.
Did I do good?
Yeah. It's so
It
beautiful
matches
in
really
here.
well.
It's so pretty.
Thanks. Took forever.
No, it looks beautiful.
Thanks. All right. Well, I think we all got stoned. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
Well-
I think our producer behind the scenes is like, yeah, you guys.
We're all jetered out right now.
we really
Damn.
are.
Yeah, those Jeters are crazy.
I swear to
I've
God.
never had a Jeter until this trip, and I'm just like,
I
yeah,
swear to God. I love them.
they're crazy strong.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
thank you, Jeeter, for sponsoring this podcast, basically.
Thank you, Jeeter. Thank you, OnlyFans, for all the merch.
Yeah.
Thank you,
you.
Ruby, for
Yeah,
coming.
we really
Of course.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for
Yes.
having me.
Of course.
Yeah,
This
I've
was
had
fun
such a
getting
good
to know you.
time. Thank you.
All right, guys, make sure you follow on everything. TheRubyNicole, she's all cap, that boosted chick, and the most of Myrrh. Hit subscribe, and we will see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Let's hear it. What is it?
Boosted, bitch.